Hey, this is Jesse with Create This. Today is February 1st. It has been about 2 weeks since our last trailer video for Meshmaker VR on January 16th, and I would love to show off some of the new features that we have. So first of all, we have primitives now. You can click with the trigger, drag, you don't have to hold the trigger down, and then as you rotate the controller, you can see that the plane rotates as well. Position it where you like and click to place the final point on the plane. If you have snapping enabled, this feature also works with snapping. So wherever your reticle is there, your 3D crosshair is where the point will appear. And then you can use the 3D snapping system to, have flat planes or 45-degree angles or whatever it is that you actually want. So for example, there's a plane. All right, now another new feature is you can actually, it stays selected there. Let's turn off snaps for a moment so that's not so distracting. So you can, these are selected, they're sticky selected, that's why they're orange. So you can delete those if you want. You can actually flip the normals if you want, and so you see the normals flip down. You can flip them back if you want. Might be a little easier if we do this. Flip normals, flip them back. Okay, you can extrude that plane if you'd like. And now you see that you have a cube. Got all your faces there. You can also delete the selection if you'd like. And now we have just our plane again. Now, what happens if you'd like to select all of that? Vertex selection. Okay, so you can select the individual vertices if you'd like with our multi-select feature. You can drag around a selection and put it wherever you want. Also, if you don't want to go through all that trouble, we have a new feature called box select, and this thing is really cool. So it starts like a plane, you extrude the bottom part, then you trigger click again, and this extrudes the top part, and whatever is inside the volume of the box will be selected. And then we can delete that. So let's do the same thing, box select for this one over here. We'll delete that one as well. All right, so we have a new primitive. This is the box primitive, and it is exactly like a plane, except when you extrude it, except when you click the third time or the second time, it extrudes. Let's do that again. So first time, plane, second trigger click, enters extrusion mode automatically, third trigger click, places, okay? You can also use that with snaps. So this is very convenient. If you'd like to make something that's perfectly cuboid, you can just, right there, and you got a cube. Very, very, very quick. Let's turn off snaps because they're a little distracting. And let's see, so if we want to delete a face on the triangle there, we can do that, just like we used to be able to. But you can also select all of those faces. You can flip all of the normals if you want. And now you can see that that one face has been flipped. You can flip them back if you'd like. And the cool thing about box select is you can select just faces if you want. So we can select this part right here. There's our front face selected, and we can extrude that part if we want. And there we go. Gives us a triangle or a prism with a spare vertice because it didn't have any faces on it. Pretty cool stuff. You can delete that if you want. And the final feature, and this might be the most the coolest feature, is we now have the ability to not only rotate our objects, but we can also scale them. So you just drag with both controllers, and there's our object, and then you can do anything to it in the scaled mode that you normally would. It scales the snapping system as well. Oh, sorry, I don't have snapping enabled. Let's see, it scales let's delete that. It scales the snapping system as well, so I can take this cube here, and I can duplicate it with our snaps. Okay, and then something that goes along with this is rotational snapping. So dragging this huge cube, I can drag it and I can make it align with any other part on this other cube here. So, and it's the rotations snap to 15-degree increments, and they just follow the rotation of your controller. It works pretty much the way you would expect it to work. It's really intuitive. So there we go. If I wanted to stack those on top of each other, I could put them right there. Okay, let's delete that. Final feature, let's create some vertices. Let's actually box select, and actually let's turn off snaps. They get in the way a little bit. And we will box select this. There we go. Delete it. Okay, final feature. Let's create some vertices. We're going to create 2 triangles that are attached by 1 point. Okay, so this is using just the standard tools that have been with Meshmaker VR since the beginning. All right, and say you create this shape and you decide, hey, I'd really like to attach these 2 vertices together. So what you can do now is you can select those 2 vertices. It only works with 2, only 2 vertices at a time. And you click the Merge 2 Vertices button. So let's bring this over here so that everything's in view when I click this. You can see what happens. So they just become one shape there. You can also do it here. But in this case, what's going to happen is this vertex, the first vertex is merged into the second vertex. So the faces disappear when you do that. So if I click Merge 2, there we go. We have 3 vertices now, but no faces. So works pretty much the way you would expect it to work. Let's see. Oh, copy paste. Yes. Okay. So let's box select. A lot of new features. Delete that. Let's create a new cube. Okay. Say you're making a table or a chair or something and you really want 3 more of those. Copy, paste. Congratulations, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. I can't count, but there's your 4 objects. And if we had rotational snapping enabled, you could make them line up absolutely perfectly, which is really cool. And we can scale them down if we want. We can rotate the object around and work on it from the other side if we want to. A lot of cool things that you can do. So, all right, that's it. 2 weeks worth of features, all in a short little video. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.